welcome to Half the Battle, and welcome back to our summer of small vehicles and playsets. And let me tell you, the playsets don't get much smaller than this one, folks.
Meet the Mortar Defense Unit. This playset was released in 1984 with all original parts. Lots of parts. Lots of really small parts. Yeah, it should come as no surprise to you, this set can be a bit of a challenge to find complete on the secondary market. Hell, you're probably better off getting one in a sealed box. I mean, it's such a small thing, it's not gonna be that expensive, right?
Let me just check.
Sweet merciful Cthulhu! $90 for this thing! That's the kind of price to product ratio you have to sit down for. I do like that this auction has an original retail price sticker on it, a price of less than $3 no less, just to really drive home the insanity. And no, I didn't just pick the highest priced one I could find, there are even more expensive ones out there.
But anyway, we should talk about the actual toy now, since that is what the show is supposed to be about.
And let's start with the mortar itself, you know, the weapon the set is named after. It's, a mortar. I don't know what more I was expecting, really.
It's fine, really.
It's even nicely detailed, but I guess I was hoping for something a little more impressive looking. It does mean it's pretty realistic though. And it has a handle so a figure could even carry it. That is a nice feature.
But this is of course a playset, so we should take a look at the whole thing.
First off, there's an ammo box containing mortars. They are part of the mold, so not removable, which is a bit of a shame. But honestly, I don't think the set needed any more small, easy-to-lose pieces, so I'm gonna let it slide. It's a nicely detailed box with stickers and everything. Then there's the sandbags.
Dear Lord, the sandbags!
There's freaking 10 of them! They're all the same size, every single one just as easy to lose as the next one. The idea is to stack them up any way you want, which is a nice feature that adds a lot of play value for kids, but the bags don't interlock in any way, so they just sorta sit on top of each other. Yeah, this is not the snap-on stay-on type of G.I.Joe toy. So, might say the sandbags are nice, but a little bit of a mixed, bag. Still, the ammo crate and the sandbags make perfect sense as being part of a mortar defense unit.
The other accessories, quite a bit less so.
It's 2 jerry cans and a big-ass barrel. Okay, I must admit I failed to see the connection between gas and oil and a freaking mortar. Mortars, as far as I'm aware, require very little petrol to function.
Now, if this was a flamethrower defense unit, I could see the point.
Don't get me wrong, they're nice enough accessories, they just don't fit in with the theme. Lastly, the set also came with 2 figure stands, but I've never considered those things accessories. What I mean is, from the perspective of the toys, they don't exist. A figure, if it were a real person, could pick up a mortar, but he's not gonna stamp down and shove a peg into his foot. They are still nice to have, since these small sets were the only way at the time to get figure stands for Joes. The barrel and jerrycans are still weird though.
Maybe an explanation will present itself when we talk about the character. Get that button ready! There you go!
Okay, as far as other media go, this one is a bit tricky. I mean, the Joes in the comics and cartoons have certainly used mortars, but I don't think they ever said something like, "Quick, set up the mortar defense unit," so it's a bit of a wash. Would be funny if they said that in the cartoon though, and one Joe was carrying a mortar, and another one, probably Bazooka, came up behind them with a big-ass oil barrel, shouting, "I'm helping!" Still, with no other media to talk of, that really just leaves the box.
And let's try to clear up the choice of gear first.
Yes, it's called the Mortar Defense Unit, but it's also a battlefield accessory set, equipment to create your own battle scenes. So, using that definition, yeah, the barrel and jerrycans do make sense, if you don't count them as strictly part of the mortar unit itself. I still wouldn't see cover behind the bloody barrel like Short Fuse is doing here though.
That's gotta be some kind of OSHA violation.
Ah yes, the Joe on the box is Short Fuse, which makes total sense as he was the team's mortar trooper. The back of the box doesn't give you much other than a generic "use this to help G.I.Joe defend democracy" flavor text. Though it is clear the photo on the back is of a prototype, as the colors are very different from the toy and the mortar's handle isn't attached to the barrel. And that's about it for the box.
but I haven't given you my overall opinion of the set yet.
And, well, they're a fine bunch of accessories, but unlike, say, the air defense unit, they really don't work on their own. They are very much meant to enhance the world building, and they do a fine job of that. The sandbags are particularly multifunctional there. So yeah, cool as battlefield accessories, less so as a unit, but I like it overall.
To end, here's a punchline I couldn't find a joke for in this video. Mortar combat! Well, I'll see you next time, everybody, when we'll be doing something quite different. Oh, and do that like, share, and subscribe stuff, okay? I'm aiming for 2020 subscribers in 2020.
Boom, 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 boom.